Vroom, 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 vroom. Honk, honk. Get in, losers. We're going struggling. Vroom, 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 vroom. Hey guys, welcome to another ride the Struggle Bus, where every wheel is an empty triangle. On today's bus ride, we have our fifth and final game of this league session that I'm playing in. Going into this game, I was 4-0. So do we get that fifth win, or did we crash and burn trying our best? There's only one way to figure that out, and that is to watch the game. It's a long game. It's a really interesting one. I have split it up into 6 acts. I tried to tell a little story of how the game went, but it is a very exciting game. I think it's one that you guys will enjoy. Again, this is a league game, so I'm playing against somebody who's just as strong as I am, and so I don't go over the basics as much because I am trying to focus on the game while I'm playing, but I do my best to explain what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, but it's not like our typical bus ride game. But these games are still really interesting. I'm really happy with this one. It was, win or loss, this was a really fun game, so I hope you guys like it. As per always, I'd like to thank my opponent for playing us today. I'd like to thank you guys for watching these videos, and I'd like to thank my Patreon subscribers for supporting the channel. So let's go see if we can get this done. Okay, so here we go for our final game of this session of the NAOL, North American Online League. It's Online Go League, but they didn't put the G there. It's just the NAOL. That's okay. We are 4-0. So this will be a hopefully a fun and interesting game. I do not know how strong our opponent is. All I know is that she is 1-1. So pretty sure she beat her brother, who we played last week. That's the game that I wasn't able to actually record because it just got too complicated. And then she lost to Milan. So that's all I know. That's all I know about this one. So let's see how the game goes. I'm going to do mini Chinese. It's just what I've been doing for a bit. I like how the games play out. They tend to be very interesting. So that is what I do. They often just approach P4 right now or O17. Those are the two moves I've been seeing a lot. Okay. So it may be Moyo versus Moyo a little bit, huh? We will go extend off of our 4-4. Entice her to come in a little bit. I suspect something like R10 or P3, P4. Let's see. Let's see what this game develops into. Okay, so she wants to keep it nice and calm. So typically I am not too good with Moyo versus Moyo. But we will go play here and see how this goes. Hopefully, I mean, a fight's going to break out no matter what. Like, just my play style, I'm not going to just sit here and take, my quadrant of the board while she takes her quadrant of the board. That's typically not my play style. So we'll be jumping in eventually, whether I'm going to be playing something like H17, D16, something simple like C12, C10, C7. I mean, there's obviously lots of options. It is only move 11 of this game. But I suspect, well, I've been saying I suspect she's going to jump in, but then she hasn't been. So maybe she is perfectly content playing something like D10 or whatnot. Okay, so here we go. We get to start. We get to start doing things. So how do I want to respond to this? I think probably just P4. P4 seems reasonable. And so I think that's all I'm going to do here. We could also consider R8. I do like R8 as well. Maybe R8 is better. Let's see. Because there's probably a little, I mean, there's big potential on both sides, if I am being honest. But if we play here and she jumps out, we would jump out. If we jump out and she jumps out, would we play R8 then? I'm unsure. I'm unsure we would. So let's go play this because I'm unsure if I pincered and she jumped, or rather, if she jumps here, that I would pincer her at r8. And so if that's the case, then we probably shouldn't start with r8 planning on playing here. So let's just go take the corner. And I suspect she's going to jump out at p6. I'm kind of hoping she plays towards q10 so I can have a good reason to make it stronger. That's, I guess, ultimately why I decided on this, is I'd love for her to play a move like r9. She's not going to play r9. So yeah, so there we go. Okay, so she does jump out. And so the question is, what do we want to do? I mean, that's always the question, is what do we want to do here? And I guess q10 is a little lonely right now. So are we just going to play r8? I don't know. I don't know if that's what I want to do. We could also consider something like n5, right? We could play this, put a little more pressure on the stones. Yeah, let's do that. Let's play here, put just, you know, a smidge more pressure on these two stones. The intent being that we want to drive her up so that we can strengthen our weak stone on the board. And as we're doing this, we're developing the bottom pretty well. Do have to be aware of the shape awkwardness that we have between L3 and N5. The thing is, though, there really is no timing to go and get that. So do we just want to push, or do we want to Hane? Okay, I do think the Hane is the thing to do. So that's what I'm going to do here. You know, if you're unsure of if you should extend or Hane, we should generally consider the more aggressive line first, which is the Hane. And if you can't find anything that's just terrible about it, right, that it just clearly doesn't work, then you should lean into that aggression. And so that is what I'm doing here. Okay. So I don't think pushing up is what we want to do, because now maybe it's okay. We push up. If she turns, we can extend, or we can just connect. We can just connect and be done with it. Okay, I think we can extend here. I think we're going to be okay if this happens. So let's see. If she Hanes, we're probably going to connect, because then she'll need to fix the cut. And this will be I think this will be a reasonable exchange for us. And so, yeah, I think we'll be okay. If white Hanes, we could consider the cut, but I don't think I'm going to. I don't think I'm going to, because just because of the weakness we have between these two stones, this Hane can be pretty forceful. So we'll see where she plays. We do have to keep in mind that as this gets stronger, this stone will get weaker. As this group stays weak, this stone stays strong. So there's a tenuous balance between the strength of groups here. But while we're doing this, we're developing a very large corner, a very large potential on the side, and we're getting strength to help with any invasions that we do on the left side. While these stones are quite far away, we will get some influence here. Okay, I think we just want to extend again, right? To threaten the Hane at the head of 2 or 3. Or we can consider connecting. I do kind of like the connection, but it seems a little too timid. But protecting our cuts is really important, because at a certain point in time, I mean, we're pushing from behind, and as we're doing it, this stone's getting weaker and weaker. So I wonder if we just want to connect now and just fix our shape. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to protect this cut. White still isn't in a position of power quite yet. And this fix is pretty much the only weakness that we have in our shape. So now we'll just have to worry about this stone potentially. And now we've got some strength to go and, you know, look at moves over here. I'm looking at c12. I'm looking at c8. Okay, guys, so I wanted to pause here because this is a big moment in the game, and I wanted to point this out. So Other Gabe was talking about how now that we've got strength here, we can really look at stronger invasions on the left side of the board. And that really actually comes to fruition in this game. So I kind of want you to pay attention to what happens in the next like 30 moves or so. And understands that these 3 stones, this strong group that we have here, really, really does affect things on the other side of the board. That's always a tough thing to understand, unless you've played a lot with, strength and thickness, to see how that M6 group, because of how strong it is, can affect fights that happen on the other side of the board, because that's going to happen here, and I want you to see what happens with these stones being there. So anyway, pay attention, because it's going to be pretty fun, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Back to other game now. So she does turn. Do we want to Hane? I don't think so. I think that's a little too central. I don't think this is Sente. And so the question is, do we want to do something with this stone? Because if she plays here, we can just connect on top. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. I think this side is larger. So do we want to play C8? We might want to play C8. If I play C8 and she plays D2, then we can go and play C12. Yeah, I think that's okay. Let's go play here. This turns D2 into a very real threat. So I like this move. Okay, so what do we want to do? Do we want to go... I kind of like this. Yeah, I like this. Go grab the corner. Weakens these 2 stones. If I had this stone, so let's say we did this in reverse order, and I played D2 and she played C10, I would be more than happy to play C8 there, which is essentially what we have, right? It's like we played D2, she played C10, and then we jumped in C8. Is a fine order to do these moves in as well. So this seems reasonable. This really damages the corner. Okay, so which way do we want to cut? I think we want to cut on this side so that we get the connection here and will really hurt these 2 stones. So we're typically in this situation, whatever side you really want the connection on, you cut the other side. So if we want to get these 2 stones, which I do, we cut here. So let's do that. Because if she cuts, we Atari and then connect. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. We'll cut on this side. I wonder if she'll give us the Panuki. I'll be more than happy to take the Panuki if she wants to do that variation where we play here and she plays C7. I'll be more than happy to capture this stone. Be quite ecstatic, actually. So let's see. I mean, I feel like she has to do that, right? Okay. Well, we will connect here. These 2 stones are in a lot of trouble right now. A lot of trouble right now. And this stone can be perfectly sacrificed. It's got some good Aji. So it's still not captured until she plays another stone outside. And these 2 stones, I don't think she can sacrifice them. So I'm not sure what the plan is here. I'm really surprised that she didn't play C7 here, because then we can capture and she can connect underneath. But here we are. Here we are. That is one way to do it. That is one way to do it. So, do we just want to push? Do we want to Hane? I don't think we can... I think we can Hane, right? If white plays here, we can Atari and then block. I mean, the Hane certainly feels stronger, right? And then she extends and we'll push. Maybe we just want to extend. Or we can just push here. Because we can do this, and if she Hanes, we can extend and then potentially cut. Or we can extend here, which threatens to jump to here. I like that too. Okay, I've decided on just extending. I am going to keep this strong. I think we've got enough room to move around here. I didn't want to play G4 just for her to extend. Feel like I needed to fix this while she was getting strength towards these stones. I didn't want to push her towards my stones. So, and I think we'll be okay if she chooses to extend here. So let's see. Okay, so she pushes. I'm going to extend here now. I think that is fine. If she wants to Hane, we can connect under and we're fine. So I'm going to push here. Can't let this group get actively surrounded. This stone's doing some work for us though, because she cannot Hane. Yep, and we can push again. Same thing. The Hane will potentially get her in trouble. So this feels okay. We've got this peep, which will also be helpful. Now you can see how the strength of this group affects the fight that went over here, right? I mentioned that now that we've got this strength, we can be a little more forceful over here. This is kind of what I meant about that. Certainly didn't read any of this out. I just know that when we have this strength, right, when we have this influence, a friendly wall that we can run towards, that it's obviously going to help. Not obviously, but it's going to help in any fights that happen on that side of the board. So that is why I was a little more willing to do this. Okay, I'm fine with this, because if she Hanes, I can go take the corner. So we're just going to go play this very huge Hane. Threatens to kill the 3 stones, which would be pretty big. And I'm not worried about this. Again, we can take the corner or we can push. So these 3 stones are perfectly safe. This corner is big enough. Her corner is going to be quite small if we're allowed to get C3. And now our group is nice and strong. So I'm pretty happy with this outcome. We can even extend here for free, which I think I'm going to do. That. So, am I okay with her getting F10 for free? Probably. Yeah, let's do this. Threatens to kill these 3 stones. She will play F10 now. And then we can look at fixing this cut, potentially with H6. We can go play this peep first. Is this peep worth playing? I think so. I think the peep is worth playing. Or we can just connect. And not worry about any of it. Or go take the corner and force this group to run a little bit. I kind of like that. Because if she cuts, we can just Atari and push. And she'll have to push out a second time. And then we can play here, which will fix the cut and threaten. Yeah, let's go do this. Let's go take the corner. Let's go take the corner away from her so that she doesn't have an easy means of life for this this corner group. We're not looking to kill, right? Our goal is never to kill the groups. Our goal is just to get profit as we chase. And what could profit look like in this scenario? Profit could be as simple as we took the corner. It could be we get a running fight going in this direction. And what's nice about a running fight that runs into your opponent's potential, it naturally reduces the potential, right? It's a natural way to reduce what your opponent's going to get in there. Let's see. I don't think the cut will work because we're able to Atari extend. She'd have to extend again. Then now we've got the peep, and then we can connect, and then these 5 stones will probably be dead if that happens. And so I think that'll be a little too big. So I don't think she can do that. What would I do if I was white here? Oh, I don't know. What I'd do if I was white here. I might sacrifice these 5 stones. I would probably take the cut. Like, what other options do you have? What other options do you have? I think you have to take the cut. And just try to hope that whatever you get in this corner, I don't know. I don't know what I would do if I was white. What would you guys do if you were white? I'm curious. Stronger players out there, what would you do as white? AI will tell me what white would do. After the game, of course. Okay. Well, do we just play this now? I think we can just play here. Just play here, fix the cut. It's a move that white probably wanted from a shape perspective. And now that white's stronger here, we just need to fix the cut. White's still not alive. So that's pretty good. think that's a pretty okay thing for us. Okay, so she turns. I'm unsure of what that does. We can play here to threaten the peep, and then play here. And pretty sure we'll be alive. And I don't know if white is. So, okay. Let's play here. Threatens the peep. And then I think I'll just play b3. I wonder if b4 is just better. Then she can play b5. We'll have to protect. And then she can play here. We'll have to protect. Versus if we just play here. Yeah, maybe b4 is better. Because again, it's okay if her group lives, right? We're not looking to kill this group. We're just looking to get profit. This was her corner originally. So if we're able to just get 10 points in here, that could be enough of an exchange, especially if we get it in Sente. It'd be real nice if we get it in Sente. Because now as we're stronger over here, this group becomes weaker. Because this group, I mean, it's going to be fine, right? So, but I do wonder if it'll be time to play something like R8. It might just be. Well, let's finish out this corner first, obviously, because what happens here will be pretty important for the rest of the game. Okay, so she blocks. So, do we want to play the Hane? I think so. Right? So if we just play here, yeah, I think we want to play the Hane. Let's play the Hane. White will most likely play this because she doesn't want us to connect underneath. We will protect here. She probably needs to play b7. This is tricky, though. She's not alive yet. She is not alive yet. And she doesn't really have anywhere to run, does she? Man, look at the work. Look at the work that these 3 stones are doing. That's wild, huh? Okay. So we can't let her just connect underneath. So we have to block. We have to block. This is much too large of a move. So we'll go play this. This is not, don't play early second line moves, because the sentence that goes before avoid early first and second line moves is, unless it's needed for life or death, ignore first or second line moves. But White's still not alive yet. I'm not convinced she's gonna live. So this threatens the connection, which would get her alive immediately. Okay. Let's go and take the Atari to make sure that this doesn't become an I. Because by playing here, she has secured 1 I, but 1 isn't 2. And this doesn't actually do anything. Do we want to start this co-fight? I don't think so, right? I think we can just connect. Right? Because the co is always there. And I don't want her to get a free co-threat in this board. So I think we just connect. And because it's still not an I, right? This did its job of getting rid of the I. And she still only has 1. So she's gonna have to find a second somewhere. And it's gonna be hard to do that. Okay. So that is fine. What if we go here? Or here? What happens if we go here? Yeah, let's play here. And see what this does. Because there was some Aji here, right? With the D3 push. She could play the G2 Hane could have been annoying. So this fixes that. And still threatens the I space. So I'm curious where she's going to go now. Okay. So she unsurprisingly plays this. We are going to connect. Again, I don't want her to live automatically. I want her to have to struggle for it as we get things. So we have secured a pretty good corner here, secured a little corner here, gotten some strength here, and White hasn't gotten anything. White just has this group that has 0 potential because it's surrounded, It's going to struggle to live. It's still not alive. So we will get this in Sente. And so we should start thinking about where we want to play next. The Hane is pretty big, but I think the potential up here is larger and the potential over here is larger. And I might want to focus on this area because this group isn't alive yet. This stone isn't alive. You know, it's just kind of lingering. And there's big potential here, right? So when we're in the middle game, I generally like looking at where the weak groups and where's the big potential. And so when we look at this board, there's obvious huge potential in this upper left, big potential in this upper right. And then for weak groups, we've got this stone. And this group isn't weak, but it's not alive yet. So, you know, if we threaten to surround, then it could get in trouble. So maybe we can threaten to surround while developing this. That is an option. So that's probably where I'm going to focus next. I don't want her to get a move like R12 or Q12. But first we need to deal with, we still need to deal with this corner, and the onus is on her to make this corner alive. Until it is, we do not have to worry about anything, because she certainly cannot sacrifice this group. It'd be much too large. It's much too large of a group to sacrifice. Okay, yeah, I think we can just connect on the outside, right? If we Hane here, what happens if we Hane here? I don't like the Hane here because then she can threaten the cut, and if we protect, she can Atari and then Atari and capture the stone. So I think just Haneing on the outside is appropriate. So let's just do that. It keeps us nice and strong. She's still not alive. So, and this fully protects this cut now. I mean, the cut was protected when we played H6, but now it's even more so protected. We can get K3 in Sente, which will be nice to potentially deny an eye there. Okay, so do we just want to extend here and connect up? Do we want to go here and threaten the cut? Because let's see, if we go here, she plays here, we still get to poke the eye out. If she plays here, we still get to poke the eye out. So I think we just want to do this. I think we just want to extend, connect, get our groups fully connected. I still don't see where her second eye is. Maybe if she plays L2, that gets it for her. But I am not so sure. I am not so sure. Okay. So what happens if we play here? If we play here, she has to connect, and if we play here, if she cuts, we Atari. She extends, we Atari, and she dies. So let's play here to threaten the cut. What happens if we play here and she Hanes? So maybe we play this. Maybe we just play the Hane now. Do I be a murder hobo and try to kill? The problem is if I play here, she gets the Hane. And if we cut, then she plays here and our stones die. And if we do anything else and we connect, then she connects. So I think we just have to play the Hane. I think we have to play the Hane. And she's going to live, right? The whole time I was saying, hey, the goal isn't to kill her. We just want her to not live in Sente. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to play this. She's going to have to play K3. We won't be able to play this. We'll have to extend, and then she can play K4 and she'll live. But then we get Sente. Then we get Sente. So we should figure out what we want to do with that Sente. Do we want to play H17? I don't think so. I still think we want something on the right-hand side of the board. So R8 seems good. R8 seems good. Okay, I missed it. I missed that she made this move. We're going to extend. She's going to play K4 to live, because otherwise we can turn and she'll be back to being unalive. And then do we want to play R8? It's a good question. It's a good question. So now it is back on us. And man, that top left corner, you know, if she gets another move over there, I'm unsure what we're going to do. Because similarly, if she plays over here, I can jump out. Yeah, let's go play h17. Let's go reduce this big area. Okay, so she responds with the iron pillar. That is surprising. What happens if we do two space? She goes in, we play here, she plays there, we play here, she cuts. Yeah, I think we just have to do a one space extension. But what's nice here is we've got some strength over here. You know, until she plays a move like h11, that's probably where I would consider playing if I was her. But these two stones can be attacked if we play a knight's move. We can go, as these get stronger, a move like d16 becomes tougher. So this game is really just about, this game in particular, the one we are playing right here, really seems to be about strength of groups. What happens if we play here? Yeah, let's go play this. Go threaten this peep, because then we can jump and play h12. And this cut's going to be too dangerous for her to ignore. And now we can jump. Yep, so we'll go play here, fly quickly. And, you know, we're struggling. We're kind of dueling for who's going to get a stronger group over here. Her group is stronger, but my group is getting plenty strong. And, you know, again, as this gets strength, a move like d16 is going to be more annoying. And she's going to have to make sure that this group doesn't get surrounded. This group's going to be fine. There's a ton of liberties, right? This group's very strong, very, very, very strong. So we definitely have to respect the strength of that group. But she's also going to have to respect the strength of this group because of the inherent weakness of the two space high extension on the left side there. Interesting timing for that move. I think we will play the attachment. I think that's probably what we're going to do here, is just attach underneath. Or we can look to jump out. The issue with this is if we run, then white gets forcing moves here, which will affect the strength of this group, as where playing on the side won't. So I think we're just going to play this attachment. I wouldn't be surprised if she honied. I wouldn't be surprised if she cross-cuts, though I think that might be a little tough for her. Yeah, that's about what I expected. We will just come back. There's this cut she needs to protect, and then we'll probably just go make a base at r8. Threatens to connect to our r4 stone. Okay, so she does connect. I think it's time to go make a base. We are not 100% alive yet, but this gets us some good eye space. Now we can look at something like O10, and then we threaten to connect if we play S6, I believe. I don't think the P6 stone changes that, but let me do some reading. I like that move. It's a pretty good one. I do think we need to protect the corner. I think this is pretty important. Because we don't, if she takes the corner, then these two stones are going to be in trouble like this group did. So we'll just go play here, secure this group, and then I'll be eyeing S6. It's a big move. It is a big move. Okay, so she extends. I think we have to block, right? I think we need to block. This just feels obligated, or obligatory rather. If we are going to play R17, we need to ensure that we are in fact alive. So now our corner is pretty good, though this was pretty good on her part. We knew it was there the whole time, right? I was mentioning that I didn't want her to get a move over here, so she found some pretty good timing for it. But I still think we've done more damage on the left than she's done on the right. But she's got a lot of points in that upper left. But it's really the only area that she has points. We've got the bottom left corner, we've got the bottom right corner, we've got a small top right corner. We're gonna have a handful of points on the right side. She's gonna have some amount of points here, and then a pretty big corner. So we just need to make sure that this corner doesn't get too out of hand, and or this doesn't get too out of hand. I think as long as we are able to keep one of them reasonably small, we should be okay. I think it's too early to count, but we'll do that soon. Okay, so she goes and blocks the connection, which seems good, right? It seems good. So what happens if we play here? She blocks and we go here. If she doesn't fix the cut is huge, and the ladder does not work. So I think we can play here. Although we play here, she does this, we connect, then she plays here. Then the cut doesn't work, right? Because we play here, she Ataris us. We go here, she Ataris us and captures. So we don't want this to turn into Sente. So maybe we need to jump out. Maybe we need to jump out. And I think that's what we're going to do. The question is, can we get away with a 2 space here? And I don't think we can. So let's just do the single space. Now that we're getting a little surrounded, our base is a little compromised. So we need to explore some other options. But worth noting, these stones are not alive yet. Okay, that's a really important part of all of this, is that these stones are not alive. Okay, so do I want to play here and here? Or do we just want to look at a move like this? And we can, okay, so this does come in Sente. So maybe we want to play this. Yeah, let's play this peep. Gets us potentially a little more eye space, and then this group starts getting potentially surrounded. So let's go do that. We are just gonna be jockeying for position this entire game as to who can force the other to do more moves they don't want to do to strengthen their weak groups. I do now wonder if playing over here first would have been better than H17. I do wonder, but White's gotta be really careful here too, because this group isn't alive. Like, it's not gonna die, but it's not alive yet, so she can't play crazy aggressive. Whoa. That's a very surprising move. That's a very surprising move. I am most likely just going to play here. I struggle to see how I'd want to play anything else on this board. Yeah. I'm going to do this. These stones aren't alive yet. And we've got strength over here. But yeah, this was the issue, right? Like, as we're moving in this direction, we're surrounding this group. So she's got to be careful with that group, and this group, and this group. So White's just got a lot of weak groups on this board. Okay. So if we jump, and she pushes... Oh. God, can we try for a kill? I don't think we can try for a kill. I really don't. I think that's asking for way too much. Because yeah, if we go here, she pushes, we block, she cuts. I think just pushing is fine. I think just pushing is fine. If we connect up with H12, we'll be fine. So that's what we're going to do, because then she's going to have to be back to being careful about this group. Though this group, I think with N13, everything's fine with this group. I don't think there are going to be too many weaknesses to go after. Just doing a little bit of reading to see if this cut works. I don't think it does. If we play here, okay. So we're going to play this. Okay, but now we go here. I don't think she can cut, because this cut's gonna be way too dangerous. So let's play here, which connects up to our H15 stones. And then we can play L13 to connect up here. Again, I don't think she can play this, because then we can play the Atari in the diagonal, and that'll be really tough. That'll be really tough for her. These 4 stones would be in a lot of trouble. So I wonder if she has to peep here to connect, and then we get to connect. Okay, so I think we got to do this now, right? We just have to play here and look to potentially isolate these stones. But this does a good job of connecting us. So let's do that, and then we can go harass this corner. So we did one of our jobs. We made sure that this isn't turning into an amount of points for her. And so now we just need to make sure that this doesn't. What happens if we push? So I think that's fine for now. Do we want to play a move like this? Just really go after her eye space? Yeah, let's look at a move like this. I like it, because M17 is like 100% sente, because otherwise it gets cut off. And so if we play this, she'll have to bamboo joint. But she's gonna run out of eye space here. So she's definitely gonna be careful here too. Okay, so she protects, but it's not sente. So let's continue. Let's see. Okay, I am really looking at this move because this turns the cut on at K10. It's a pretty dangerous move, and it fully connects us. Or do I want to keep the pressure on this upper group and play something like M17? I kind of like M17. Seems like a pretty big move. So let's play M17 first. I don't think there's a cut here that I have to worry about. Doesn't look like there is. So let's go play M17. This threatens this cut. And then I'm looking at G11. Again, I would love for this cut to work, but then there is L8, but maybe it doesn't matter. If I play here and she plays L8, then I can play this. And she's not allowed to block. She can't block because then these 3 stones die. And so she'll descend, and then we connect, and then she has to do something here, and then we're pretty much connected here. So I'll be looking at this. I'll be looking at K10 next. Plus it's Tengen. Like, how can you be sad if you can actually find a way to make Tengen a strong move? Okay. I think we need to play this. I think this cut's huge. I think this cut is huge. So let's go take it. Okay, well, I think we just extend here, right? And then we're gonna see if she can find a way to live. So okay, let's do it, huh? Let's do it. So we have fully cut her off. Let's see what she can do with this group. I don't think I could live with it. I think I would struggle to find a way to live. Okay, that is fine. We will obviously play this. Well, I think we can just do this, right? Just Atari. Yeah, let's do that. I like this. We'll Atari. She'll probably Atari here, and we'll capture. Okay, she does indeed Atari us, so we're just going to capture. And so she can play here to get an eye, but then we can play S8 to stop a second eye from forming there. I guess potentially R7 first, because that threatens to kill this stone, and then she can play here. But that's okay, because she's going to live in Gote, and she's not going to have many points. And we will yet again get Sente. So yeah, so... okay, so what happens if we play here? I mean, I think we have to play here, right? but then she's still not quite alive. Still not quite alive. So let's play this and see where she goes. I am curious. Okay, so she's threatening to push through here. Only move to consider is this block. We can't consider it. There's nothing else to consider here. I don't think that's going to get her an eye, but it might. It might. But then it comes at the cost of S8. So I'm kind of okay with that. Sure. Yeah, I guess we need to connect here, huh? I guess we need to connect here. If I can get S7, that's gonna be enough of a. I think that'll be enough. Okay, so I think we just do this, right? She is gonna live though. She did find a way to live. Kudos to her. What happens if we play here? She gets an eye. I play here. She goes here. So okay. So I think we just want to do this. And she'll live, but she'll do it in Gote, right? I play here. She gets the double Atari. I capture. Maybe we play here. A little tricky. I have to put some thought into this one, guys. Because if I play here, she might be able to Tanuki. Yeah, this might not be Sente. This might not be Sente after all. So do we go and do something over here? Play a move like this? Yeah, let's go play over here. I think she's already alive in the bottom right. So let's just do this. Okay. Do we want to play this? I think we take the corner. If that happens, we can play here. Yeah, I like this too. Yeah, let's play this. This will also get this group alive. I wanted to play S7 to ensure that we actually are alive here before we do anything crazy. But I think we will be okay. This doesn't work, so let's just go take this Atari and then just extend. And just extend. It's good enough. We've got this very large monkey jump. That I'm not too concerned about, actually. Let's go take this monkey jump. It's quite large. We have D11 as a fun forcing move, too. So we can play this right now, maybe. Well, let's just come back. Okay, I think I want to play this. Let's just play it. It's a fun little forcing move. Actually, I'm not 100% sure it's a forcing move now that I look at it, because I was like, oh, if I take here, but it might be. It might be. She doesn't want these stones to get isolated. So, okay. So that is that. Now, do we want to come back to this? I don't know. I don't know, team. What do we want to do? What do we want to do? We can consider something like this, or do we want to come back and go bug this group? Let's go play a move like this and see how she responds to this. White does not have a lot of points on this board. We don't either, but white really doesn't have a lot of points on this board. We were able to reduce pretty much everything. All white has is this top left. I don't think that's going to be enough to get there. Don't think that's going to be enough to get there. Ooh. Really? Well, certainly going to play here. And here. I don't know if white's alive. What happens if we play here? Does white have any eyes? I don't think white has any eyes. I guess this is Sente. If we play here, white plays that. No, white can't play that, because when we get T17. Does this kill? This might kill. Yeah, because if she plays R16, we can just play T17, and that captures those 3 stones. If she plays T18, we can throw in. No, if she plays T18 and we connect, then she plays here. Oh no, but then we connect. And so when she plays here, we can connect, and then the cut doesn't work. I think this kills. I think this kills. Or if not, it really makes it tough for white. And she's in sudden death, which is a really tough place to be in a life and death situation like this. Well, is that going to get her any eyes? I'm unsure on that. Because what happens if we play here? Does she get any eyes? I don't know. I don't know if she gets any eyes. So let's play here and see how this goes. Okay. I think we're fine just doing this, right? Let's see. If we play here and she pushes, we can play here. Yeah, I think this is okay. Let's play here. If she pushes, we get to push. And if she connects, we're going to push here. And I think we have a living group, living shape, especially because of all of the forcing moves that we have on the outside. And she still doesn't have any eyes. There are still no eyes here. So we will play this. If she connects, we'll play R16, which will connect and threaten to kill these 2 stones. M18 kills these 2 stones. Okay, so let's play here, which threatens to kill these 2 stones. Then we can play R14, which threatens to cut. I don't think white's gonna be doing okay here. So let's see, we'll play this, which threatens the cut. And then we can play here, which gets us alive. Because now T16 will capture these 2 stones. And so if we are alive, I don't think she is. I don't see any eyes. I see 0 eyes. Never mind 2. And I don't see where she's going to get any. She can get 1 up here. She can get 1 eye up here, but she cannot get 2. Okay, so there's 1 eye. Let's see, if we go here, she Ataris, we capture. She Atari, okay, we can just play this. We can just play this and be alive. Okay, so do we need to block here? I think so, right? Because otherwise, she can play here, and we'd have to block. No, I don't think it matters. If she plays here and we block, and she plays here, we connect. And we block, and if she plays here, we get a double Atari. So I think we can throw in and destroy this eye. So let's do that. Let's throw in here and destroy that eye. We will connect. Okay. Well, we can go and threaten this cut. So she's got 1 eye at N15, but that's if I play N15, it turns into not an eye. Right? Because if I play here and she plays there, I Atari. Okay, no, it is an eye. It's 1 eye. She has 1 eye. So let's play here to take out the other eye. Or let's play, yeah, if she plays here and we do this. So maybe, let's play here. That forces her to take this eye now. And so we can play this, which will stop an eye from forming here. This looks good. Because now she has to take this eye. And when she does that, we can play L19, which I think kills. I think. You know what would make this easier? Not sucking at life and death. Not sucking at Sumego. Okay, so we play here. And I think that takes out the eye. I think that takes out the eye. So let's play it. Okay. Well, we're going to connect. We are going to connect, and we're going to do it with the grossest shape known to man. The empty triangle, though. Remember when you play it's the power triangle. When your opponents play it is the empty triangle. But either way, we are playing it because we need to connect up. This group is dead as stands because she can't get 2 eyes. Yeah, she can't get 2 eyes because I can always just push into L14 or L16. So there's no eye here. And once we get S7. Okay, I think we can just do this, right? Or we can just do this. I don't see what that move does. I do not see what that move does. So I'm just going to connect. Maybe it was, oh, it's probably just time Suji. It was probably just time Suji. We'll connect. That's exactly what it was, because she is on sudden death. Okay, so she plays there. Let's go poke this eye out. Or does it not matter? Is she just dead? Is she just dead and we play here? Yeah, she can't get a second eye. She can only get the one at N15. So let's do our declaration of victory. Make sure that this group's 100% alive. She'll have to do something about this to live here, I think. And then we can play T16 to make sure that this group is 100% alive, even though it's already got 2 eyes. But this is I think this is our declaration of victory, so we'll see. We'll see if she agrees. She does. She does agree. Let's go 5-0. What a league this was. And so yeah, so AI has us way up. Apparently I'm curious. We made a big whoopsie here. This was a 60-point mistake. Oh, gonna have to study that one a little bit. 60-point mistake right here, team. 60-point mistake. I don't know. I'll have to look at that. But man, a really entertaining game. A really wild one. Who knew? Who knew how much damage these 3 stones were going to do? But they really set the course for this one, didn't they? So that's pretty awesome. So I hope you guys enjoyed this game. This was a crazy one. I obviously enjoyed it. You can tell I'm happy, right? This is the first time I have swept this league. I do think I've been playing well recently, especially when I slow down and play. So I'm happy with obviously happy with this result, and I'll be looking forward to next season. So anyway, that's it for league game, guys. Soon it's just going to be all back to our standard bus rides, which hopefully you guys enjoy as well. So either way, that's where we're going to leave this one. As per always, thank you for coming out for another ride in the Struggle Bus, where every wheel is an empty triangle. Have a good one, guys.